Hi guys, Fentress Charles here, aka Fenny. I am done waving. That was my last video, waving to the neighbors, but other than that. Okay, so now we have imagination like a child. We learned how to stretch our imagination, and that comes naturally through practice. And now it is, what do we do with the stuff we imagine? Well, sometimes when you imagine things, you get inspired to imagine other things. Anyway, whatever ideas, whatever you are moved, whatever you envision, whatever comes to mind, we have to write it down. I read somewhere that the universal God, whichever term or whichever name suits your fancy, our answers, our problems, our solutions come in the form of ideas. Ideas that you get on a hunch, or you have an urge to do, or you just feel compelled to do. Those ideas, you're to act upon them. Now, inspiration and things that you envision or imagine, sometimes it comes through your period or your moment of when you set the time aside to imagine. It comes during that time, but a lot of time you investing in that time attracts ideas when you're in the middle of what? Cooking, washing dishes, loading the dishwasher, gardening, mowing the lawn, walking home from work. It really doesn't matter. There's moments of inspiration that come out of time that you've imagined from earlier in the day. It doesn't matter. When you start envisioning, you're going to get ideas and you're going to be inspired. And when you're inspired, you have to write down what comes to mind. You grab a pen and paper. That's one way. Okay, some people don't want to walk around with pen and paper. What about a little notebook? Some people don't want to walk around with a little notebook. What I do is, you see this thing that I'm holding in my hand? It is my phone. I go into the notes section and I write down when I'm inspired or I get a hunch on. A lot of times I listen to audios, and in listening to the audio, I may become inspired. Or I have a vision. Guess what? I write it down. Even for some of the topics of my video, I may listen to things and I'm inspired, or I have a different spin or take on it. I write it down. I'm watching something on TV and I'm inspired by something that I see. I write it down. Or sometimes I go places and I'm inspired by someone's shoes or outfit or a building or even a book. I take a picture because I can't write that down. Anyway, the point is, whatever you are inspired to do, whatever idea that you have, we have to basically pin them down with pen and paper or with a smartphone. All right, guys, that's anything. Sometimes I take a picture of the trees or the bark, and it, believe it or not, inspires a thought. And I write it down. Sometimes I walk around with the picture because when I meditate on it, I get even more ideas and more inspiration. And to know all of that came out of my imagination. Imagination is a beautiful thing, and it is our creative tools we have in order to create the life of our dreams. So, my dream warriors and dream healers, that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video, but before I go, please say it with me. I endeavor to snatch back my dreams and live it. Why? It's the only way to live. Peace.